All right, everybody. If it's Friday, it's somewhere in your planet. Happy Friday. This is Ed coming back to you, and today I'm gonna really tackle a topic that we've all been talking about. Sometimes it's a little controversial, but you know what? I think it's important that we hear it from the mouth of babes, as they say, and from the sources of what's really going on with immigration. And is it that easy? What are the options? Those kind of things. And before that, though, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and also the notification bell, so that way every time I drop a video, you get notified. All right. So today we have Cynthia Bautista, and I've known her for a long time, and I've known her family for a long time. Before she was an attorney, now she's a full-blown immigration attorney. So I want to thank you and congratulate you too, by the way, Cynthia, for your accomplishments. I know it wasn't easy. It's not like
Thank
somebody
you, Ed.
knocked on the door saying, "Here's a bunch of money, go become an attorney."
No, it was not an easy, it was an uphill battle. It was a lot of sweat and tears went
Yeah,
into me becoming an attorney. So I'm very thankful that I was
yeah.
able to
And I'm
finally
super proud of you.
accomplish
My gosh, I
it.
remember
Thank
when you
you.
said you were going to become an attorney, and here you are.
Yes, I
And
met
now
you when
here
I
I
was
am interviewing you to do this. So this is,
I met you when I was really, really young. And
yeah. Oh my gosh, please
I
don't age me
because I think
anymore.
the first yeah, I think the first thing I told you when I met you was I'm gonna be an attorney.
You did. And I said, "Oh, that's so cute." And here we are.
You're like,
Well,
okay.
well, thank you, because I know that this is sometimes a controversial topic, in the fact that you are an immigrant, much like I am, and you have seen it from the inside out. I know
Yes.
you've done this not just to make money and to say, "Oh, I'm an attorney," but is really to make a difference. I know your heart, and I know your parents and how they've raised you. So this is something that I've been wanting to talk about, but I didn't want to talk just to anyone about. So thank you very much for allowing me to have this conversation with you. So let's start off by saying, we've all talked about it, right? And I get it. Every country has laws. Nobody wants illegal anything, right? Nobody wants to break the laws. I mean, that's not the intent, I would think, for most people, I would say. But is it that easy? Why can't just people just get in line and just apply and then just wait? Just do it that way. Is it that binary? Is it that black and white, or not really?
No, not at all. It's in a whole different area. It's not even in the gray area, as I
Mm,
like to say. It's not as easy. I've heard that many, many times. Well, why can't just people just get in line and apply the legal way? Or why can't people just come in and apply legally and just get their documentation from that somebody can just stand in line and apply for something? It's not as easy. It's more complicated than people imagine. People
is
don't.
there a line, by the way, because the video froze a little bit? Is there a line that even?
No, no, there is no line.
Oh, okay. There is no
There is
line,
no line. There is no line.
literally.
I would like to know where that line is myself so that I can tell my clients to go there.
No,
But
right.
there is no line where people can just go and stand there and be like, here, can I apply for citizenship, or can I apply for permanent resident, become a lawful permanent resident? There is no line. And I've heard that myth very, very much since I become an
So how
attorney.
does it work then? So if I'm in Mexico, or I'm in another country, and I want to come to the US and I want to do it legally, where do I even start?
Well, actually, there is no way to start.
Oh,
If
wow.
you're, unless there's two types of immigration that people need to understand as well. You have the employment-based immigration, which is like your typical HB1
HB1
visas, your
visas.
J1 visas, your L visas, your O visas, a whole bunch of other one, which the employment-based visas is an entire different realm
And that's
that
more
is
sponsorship based by the company, correct? Okay.
sponsorship based with the companies who want to sponsor these people to come over and work here. And then you have your general John or Juan in this case to you know to that wants to come over. Unless you have somebody, a family member that qualifies to sponsor you to come over here, there is no way for you to do it. There is no
At
line
all.
at all for you just to go into the US embassy and be like, can I apply to come in?
Is that right?
You can apply for a tourist visa to come in as a tourist, but that doesn't give you a lawful permanent status. It doesn't give you the ability to work.
But does the visa, so does a tourist visa then give you a gateway to, at least when you're here, to be able to go back to immigration and apply for permanent status, or not really?
Well, it allows a gateway. For example, if you get married to a U.S. citizen spouse who wants to petition for you, you guys get married, you start the petition process. If everything is all clear, there's no criminal record, because that's another realm as well.
Yeah.
You can just apply to adjust your status within the United States. In the United States, you don't have to go back to your home country and have the interview there. You don't have to apply, you don't have to go back. You can just adjust your status within the US, inside the United States while you're here. If you come in on a tourist visa, because that's a lawful status, that's a lawful entry.
It's the entry. That's the piece, right? Okay.
Perdón.
Oh, it's okay.
Perdón.
This is real. This is real life.
Yeah, exactly. You have a client here, so.
No problem. So, okay, so it's the entry and the specifics of the entry. Now, how many visas are
Lawful
there?
entry.
Right, lawful entry.
Yeah, well, it depends. For example, for a U visa, for people who are applying for a U visa, there's a cap. There's a 10,000 visa cap. So if those for per year, so if those 10,000 visas are already given for that year, the person has to wait either another year, another 2 year, until they are being able to get
Cycled
called
through. So they're cycled
go
through in
through
10,000
within
people
the
cycles.
10,000 cycles.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the U visa is what? Is that the one that's employment? Which one's
No,
the U
that
visa?
one is for the U visa
Domestic
is
violence?
for victims of crimes within the US.
Okay.
So that includes people who have suffered domestic violence in the United States.
Right, non-spousal, because then you talked about there's a VAWA, right? Victims of,
Yes, there's also what we call the VAWA, which is short for the Violence Against Women Act. In that case, if you suffer any type of psychological, physical, verbal abuse by a US citizen or a lawful permanent spouse, you can apply to self-petition. You're petitioning for yourself.
and by the way, the VAWA is a misnomer because it's not just women, it's men
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah, it's meant to. It's just a misnomer. I know it says Violence Against Women Act, but it also applies to men. So
I see.
men can also apply for the Violence Against Women Act.
Right, okay. And how many visas are there approximately, Cynthia?
It depends. It depends on the visas. Right now,
No, I mean total different types, like the U, the H-1B. How many are there?
I would say there's about anywhere between, I would say at the most, about 20 to 30 different types of visas.
Wow, there's a
They're all
lot then.
combined within the whole immigration system.
I see.
You're talking
I
about.
see.
Mhm.
And what are people's rights? Do they have any rights once they're here, even if they're illegal?
Yes, everybody has their basic constitutional right under the Equal Protection Clause of the US Constitution.
Regardless of whether you're documented or not.
Regardless of your immigration
I see.
status. Regardless
Oh,
of your immigration status.
okay, so that's important for everybody to know. You still have rights. I mean, you are a human being after all. You do have rights.
Exactly.
Now, what do you recommend a person who's looking to come to the US and they're somewhere else? Should they initiate a phone call or contact you to kind of see, put in a process? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So how I usually work is I set up a consultation either by phone, video,
Right.
or in person. And we set up a consultation. I ask specific questions to see what pathway we can take and what would be the better option for that specific person.
I see, but it's good to be proactive, obviously. So if you're in some other country and you want to come to the US, reach out to Cynthia so that way she could tell you exactly what your options are, as opposed to taking all this action and wasting a bunch of time and money and getting deported, or it not working out. I would do it and be proactive and do it now and talk to her before you even buy your plane ticket, really, right? Or decide to
Yeah.
come out. I think that's super important to be always proactive. How do people get a hold of you, by the way?
They can contact me directly. My phone number is, located in San Francisco, so my phone number is 415-652-3827. That's a direct connection to me in my office where anybody can contact me.
Yeah, how about your email address? What is that?
It's C Bautista, C as in cat, Bautista at bautista-law.com.
Okay, well, there you go, folks. You heard it here. If you have any kind of immigration questions, or you want to put a strategy together, whether it's for you or a loved one, please reach out to her, because she's the real deal. She will absolutely help you. She's got the heart of gold and the knowledge of a total champion. So thank you so much, Cynthia. I know you got to get going. I appreciate all the information that you gave us, because it's really, really important. It's a huge hot topic in the United
Yeah,
States.
it is, and it keeps getting more and more
Tangled.
complicated
Yeah.
and tangled, and there's a lot of bureaucracy and behind the immigration system. It just, in my personal opinion, it needs a complete overhaul to make it easier for
A lot
people.
of our systems need overhaul. The tax
Yeah,
system, the immigration system. I completely agree. And
yeah.
and by the way, guys, my parting words to you are: this is not a DIY project. Okay,
No, it
don't
is
go
not.
about it yourself and Google it and all
Not.
this stuff. This
That
is
is the word.
only for experts. That's why Cynthia is such a vital piece in this whole process. So again, thank you very much. Have a great day, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you so much, Ed.
Okay,
Hope to
okay.
hear from people
Bye
soon.
bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.